Wind and rain, something everybody seems to miss. Wind and rain is a huge factor. You can't print in the wind with everybody. We print in the wind and rain. Let's just start with that. We print in the wind and rain. Nobody else does. Obvious, rain's an obvious, okay? Wind people don't think about. So let's just simplify this. If we're talking about 2 mile an hour wind, 2 mile an hour wind is nothing. You don't even feel it on your face. Go Google it, okay? 2 mile an hour wind. However, with a 10 by 8, 20 by 8 sail, will push a ship across an ocean. So wrap your head around that for a second. If you just take a 10-foot wide wall, 8 feet tall, let's just pick that. Okay, you got several pounds of pressure at 2 mile an hour on something that's 10 foot by 8 feet tall. Newsflash, you cannot print a wall non-stop and go clear to the top with wet mud and stack those layers and then add a few pounds of pressure on that wall. It's going to end up being a slab. Okay, you might as well just finish it as a slab because it's going to fall over, and that's why everybody's scared to death. 12 inches is that's a super safe point. But hell, most of the time they don't even get to 12 inches. You know why? Because their mix is changing, because their magic mix can't adjust as temperature and humidity adjusts. Our batch plant does that for you. So unless you're printing indoors and printing little flower pots or something, it's just dead end. So 2 mile an hour wind. So take that for a second, and I'm going to tell you a couple things. You really should have a piece of paper and be writing some of this stuff down. 2 mile an hour wind. So pick a state. I don't care. Here's the test. Pick any state. Pick your city. Go to weather.com or whatever else and look at the weather report for the last 30 days. Wind over 2 miles an hour, rain, hail, sleet. Okay, look at those things. Those are the days you cannot print with anybody else's printer. I did Texas recently. Everybody's out printing in Texas because you don't even have to have a contractor's license to print a home. Okay, the weakest code anywhere. That's where Lennar's at. They're printing with the icon and everything else. Incidentally, I just came back from there. I went out there a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I wanted to look at these homes that they're printing. You got people going out there with their video cameras and, oh, look what Lennar's doing and look what Icon's doing and, oh, isn't this wonderful and blah, 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 blah. Cheerleaders. Not what I saw when I went out there. I walked into the last 7 homes they printed, and there are cracks in the walls of every single home I went into out there. Printing inconsistencies. Okay, past lines where their mix changed a little bit and they didn't catch it on the temperature and humidity. I don't know how they're selling these homes, but they're not cheaper than traditional. So what's the dang point? Okay, the idea is buy a $500,000 million printer, kick all your competition to the dirt, and offer a product that is better for a cheaper price. Lennar's homes are more expensive than traditional. They're competitors. I don't get what's going on out there. But hey, they printed a bunch of homes. It's good for everybody. Building departments, you know, we got ANSI standards for building code on the books now. We got Fannie Mae financing concrete printed homes. So there's some good in what they did, but it's not faster, cheaper, better. It's more expensive, and most of it is a con. Okay, they're not telling you how long it took them to actually print these homes. I went out there and shot a bunch of video. I even went and looked at their zero home that's got so much media attention. Oh my God, architecturally, I pull up and I'm like, damn, that looks good, shit. Okay, ouch. You know, it feels like a gut punch. But I went closer. Mysteriously, I got video and pictures of stuff that nobody's ever shown you. I got cracks all over the place. Okay, I got past inconsistencies on walls. I got doors that have mud that's doing this up, and you walk up to this home. You sold this home to somebody. You walk up to it, and there's the door. Okay, framing and trim around a door tells everything. Okay, there's nowhere to hide, and you know I'll show you. But nobody's talking about it. Nobody's saying anything. So when I get an opportunity, I jump on an airplane, I fly out, and I find out the truth. It's amazing to me how all these people have gone out there. Oh, isn't this wonderful? Oh, this looks so beautiful. Oh, this is so amazing architecturally and everything else. Still, it was a first. I love their architecture. You know, Icon's one of the best when it comes to media and marketing. Look what we're printing and stuff, and they throw up. They got some great media, marketing, sales type people. But what they don't have is time lapse showing the truth. What they won't share is what exactly did it cost us. I just saw a new news article came out a couple days ago. And they said right there, you know, we asked Icon how much it cost to print this home or whatever else. They won't talk about it. They're not telling. So back to the wind in the rain. So if I'm only printing 6 to 12, 6 inches a day again, let me remind you, 96 inches, 8 feet, 6 inches a day, that's 16 prints. Work days, that's 3 weeks to get to 8 feet, let alone 10 feet. Okay, 8 feet, that is 3 weeks of printing. Then I went and looked at the weather report for the last month. They had 6 days in the entire month that didn't have winds of at least 2 miles an hour. So there's 1 week I can work, but I got to work 3 weeks to get to 8 feet. Guys, we're talking about a month and a half, 2 months. Okay, if they can show me otherwise, show me otherwise. I'm just doing the math. I know what 2 mile an hour will do to a 10 foot by 8 foot freshly printed wall with mud that's just sitting there. Okay, let alone a 20-foot wall or a 35-foot wall, and that's why they stop at 6 to 12 inches. Do the math. I'm belaboring this. 3 weeks of the month, they couldn't even print. I don't know if anybody have experience out in Texas, but holy hell, it can be the nicest day in the whole world, and all of a sudden you'll have winds trying to blow your tent over and destroy everything. You'll have a thunderstorm by noon, more common than not. And here's the rub. If I got workers working for me, and they show up to work, or I call them at 5 and like, hey guys, never mind, don't get ready. It's going to be windy today. We can't print. And I call them, oh guys, don't come. We're going to get a thunderstorm, or we're going to get rain in the afternoon. Don't come. These guys are trying to feed their families. These guys need a paycheck. How do I keep sending people home 2/3 of the month because we can't print when they're trying to feed their family? So they're going to quit. The only way to keep them is for me to pay them to go home and sit. Do the math. Holy hell. Okay? In fact, the easiest math is, how long would it take to frame this house traditionally? Now, bear in mind, sand, cement, and lime is cheaper than 2x4s. But we're competing against traditional construction. If we are not better than that, then we are nothing. They're just companies that have invested a bunch of money, didn't realize what they didn't know. They're having their coming to Jesus moment now and realizing, oh, this isn't cheaper. In fact, Jarrett Gross won't even say that anything's cheaper, which pissed me off. I'm like, Jarrett, we are faster, cheaper, better. Damn it. Why did you make that comment? Okay. But he keeps going out and he's seeing 3 a week to put the printers together. He's seeing them move 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. All this crap. I mean, the guy's done a lot for our industry. He's created a lot of awareness. He's a good guy. I've spent hours and hours and hours talking to him on the phone. But he keeps going and going, and no matter where he goes, he's not seeing faster, cheaper. We are faster, cheaper, okay? And we can prove it to you.